Okay, we're going to do a real basic escape from cycle drill called elbow escape. So we'll start off, I'll just show you how to do it without head first of all. Important defensive position. So from here, Ed's going to be on this side, he's going to have a cross face, which I'll show you in a moment. Okay? Now your big priority with this, okay, is that you don't want it to get his arm around your head. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to block that arm from getting around the head. If he does, and he squashes my face down to that side, it then becomes really difficult for me to turn towards him. One of the things that stops you from turning as well is your own arms. If you get trapped outside of his body, you're going to have difficulty, okay, turning. So from here, I like hook across that arm, stop it being a cross face, and I keep that hand next to my own head, okay? And from here, this arm pins to the stomach the whole time, so that when he puts his weight down, I can still turn towards him, okay? Now I like the foot here as well, with the knee indexed on his hip. A lot of people do this now because they don't want the foot attacked, okay? I still like this, but you've got to push your foot really into your own thigh, okay? Alternatively, if you don't like that, you put 2 feet on the floor. So if that comes in, he takes a cross face. So again, straight away, I don't want that. Don't want his arm around the head. If he gets that, now it's virtually impossible for me to turn it towards him. Okay, I'm still going to, there's ways in which I can weaken his cross face, okay? And I'm still going to work the same technique, but ideally I want to block that. With this hand here, now I've stopped the ability to turn it towards him as well, because the arm's trapped outside. Again, there's ways of getting this back or working with what you've got, but ideally this is the position I want. I want an arm pinned to there, and I want that one blocking that arm from getting around the head. You see the way I keep the hand against the head? You don't want to do that and try and block the leg because your shoulder's weak. You've got to bring your whole body behind it. Okay? And I like this here so it goes under his hip, and I'll show you why in a moment. There's a very good reason for that. So if Ed tries to lock down and cross face, I should still be able to move. Now from here, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and bridge and drop onto my left side. You see what happens with that leg? If it's on there, the last thing I want to do is bridge, okay, and try and pull that knee in, because in the time I take to do that, it brings that knee back to the hip and I've lost it. I'm back to square one again. Okay? So from here, what I actually try and do is I bridge, and with that knee indexed on the hip, that's what I do. The knee just drops across his belt line. Okay? From here, I'm nice and close to him, lead with the elbow, and I circle the arm out. And I make the pressure that way. I'm not trying to shot put it across the room, okay, because I'm not strong enough to do that. All I'm doing is just making a little bit of pressure that way, okay? So that's the position I should end up in. So let's do that first part again. So from here, I've got to receive side control right. And worry about what happens when he gets a full cross face and another technique really. But from here, I'm blocking, and I'm bringing the head in. What he might do is he might get sick of trying this and bring the arm to the other side, which is a technique that we've worked already, okay? So just be aware of that. Well, that's where I want to be for this technique. I'm going to bridge, and as I drop onto the left side, see what happens with that leg, because I've indexed it on his hip, the knee slides right in front of his belly, okay? Lead with the elbow, and you circle that arm out, and that's what I want, fresh out the hip. Just bump away a little bit more, and I'm going to hook that foot inside. And the reason why I do that is that one of Ed's reactions is to start moving that way. And if he does that, this foot is going to keep me on, and the right foot is going to keep me on, okay? He's just pulling me with him. So from here, this is the position I'm in, okay? Now if you can't fit that right foot in, if you can't get it in, it doesn't matter. If you can, just give yourself a little bit of distance and see what I'm doing there, blocking his arm. If you don't do that, again, when I'm in that position with that leg across his belly and if Ed just raises his back a second, the foot's still on the outside, okay? If I don't block his hand to there, he's just going to push that to the floor and then I'm in trouble. So I'll block that arm, okay? So that's the position I'm in. Just give a little bit of a distance. Turn your left foot to the floor and you can come back to guard. And I'll finish that properly in a moment. So from here, block. He's not getting around the head and he's not getting underneath his right arm either. Again, I can come back from both, but why give yourself a hard time? Okay? From here, bridge, and I'll drop onto the left side, and I'll circle that arm out, and I'll keep his weight off with that arm. Drive a little, your shin into him rather, give yourself a little bit of distance, and then hook inside with your right foot. I've seen people try and do that, and you can't do it. You're just taking away any control you have with your left shin. So make sure that our foot comes underneath, and hooks his leg, okay? From here, again, blocking that hand, turn your left foot to the floor, and then we're going to bump onto the right hip to circle the left foot out. The right foot still inside. Again, I still have an underhook. I'm going to bump onto the other hip, and I circle the right foot out. So I'm never going to get to a situation where I'm trying to pull feet out. I just bump onto the opposite hip and circle the foot out. I'll just do one more. So from here, receive them in the right position. Make sure that this knee here is going to slide just underneath his belly and across his belt line. So bridge, shrimp. Again, I'm circling that arm out, and I've got that shin now across his belt line. And straight away, I'm blocking that wrist. He's not going to push down on my left leg. Okay, a little bit of distance so I can hook inside with the right foot. From here, I can now turn onto the right hip, which helps me circle out the left foot. Turn onto the left hip, and that helps me circle out the right foot.